Hi, I'm Lori, a senior solo traveler, and soon I'll be embarking on a 5-week trip that includes both cold and warm weather. Now, a long trip that includes multiple climates can be a tricky packing job, but over the years I've developed a method that keeps me organized and prevents me from overpacking. So I'm going to share my method with you now, which can be used for any length of a trip. But you have to promise me that if you use my method, you strictly adhere to the guidelines. No throwing anything in at the last minute. So here we go. The first thing you need to do is have at least some idea of what you need, keeping in mind that you can wear things more than once. So for instance, if you are going on a 1-week trip, then you might say, I need 3 pairs of pants, 7 shirts, etc. Once you have a general plan, then the first step is to start with shoes. I know that seems a little odd, but shoes take up the most space in your bag. Try to always keep your shoes to 3 pairs. You will be wearing 1 pair, so only packing 2. Bring 2 pair of comfortable walking shoes and 1 pair of dressier shoes, but the dressy shoes only if needed. Make your selection based on your itinerary, but also the versatility of the shoes. I usually only bring black shoes. Next, lay everything on your bed that works for your destination, but only items that will go with the 3 shoes you are bringing. Then put all of the clothing in various piles: a pants pile, a jacket or sweater pile, a casual top pile, a dressier shirt pile. I don't advise bringing dresses. They aren't as versatile. Pants or skirts allow you to mix and match, so your outfit looks different even though you are wearing an item more than once. And pants usually don't require special shoes. If you have to bring an extra pair of shoes to go with a clothing item, then you need to put it back. Next, look through your pants and make sure they go with one of the 3 shoes you are bringing. It's a good idea to try things on. Often what fit or looked good before might not now, and you don't want to bring anything you aren't going to wear. Now, if you end up with several pants that seem to work, narrow it down further to the number you need and select the most flexible choices. Again, I usually select pants or skirts that are black, white, or gray, so they can be mixed or matched with my tops. Next, go through your jackets. It's nice to have a comfortable, more rugged one for sightseeing, and then an evening blazer or sport coat for something dressier. If you are going somewhere with frigid temperatures and need to pack a winter coat, I have some clever ways of packing coats that I shared in a previous video. I will leave a link to it in the description. And for those of you who think you don't need a jacket because you are flying to Cancun, make sure you consider that the plane can be very cold. The next step is going through your shirts and tops. Try them on with the pants and jackets to make sure to bring only those that are easily washable and that work with your pants, shoes, and jacket. This is usually the most brutal part of the packing process. You might have a favorite shirt that you really want to bring, but it requires an additional pair of shoes, pants, or another jacket. You need to be disciplined here or you will end up overpacking. Again, narrow the shirts down to the number you actually need. 2 pair of pajamas are usually enough for any trip. You can wear one while the other is being washed. The thinner PJs you can find, the better for traveling. Unless you are going for a very short trip, my rule for socks and undergarments is to bring a week's worth. You can wash undergarments and socks out in the sink. Now there might be some additional items you need, such as gloves, hat, belt, and bathing suit. Lay those out as well. Next, you need to gather your cosmetics and toiletries. After you have whittled down your piles and gathered your toiletries and extras, place everything on your bed that you plan to bring, with the exception of items you will put in your personal bag, such as laptop, camera, equipment, and medicines. Set aside what you will be wearing on the plane and the emergency extra set of clothes that you should always carry if you are checking a bag. Now, take a look at everything and assess if you have too much stuff. If so, go through the stacks once more and see what you can put back, so that you're only bringing what you need. Don't start second-guessing yourself or thinking, maybe I better bring extra this or that. Stick to the plan and bring just what you need. If you are going on a relatively short trip and can put everything in a carry-on, this is ideal. Since I'll be gone for 5 weeks, I plan to check a medium bag. No matter how long the trip is, I never use a large suitcase anymore. Now let's pack the bag. Start with the shoes, which I've already stuffed with socks. Put each shoe in its own separate bag. Packing is a bit of a geometric puzzle, so it helps to have the ability to move the shoes around. Stuffing them with socks conserves space and keeps the shoes from getting smashed. I have a round brush that will work nicely here, and I put my bathing suit here since I'm not worried about it getting wrinkled. Then I go to the other side, which is the flat surface of the suitcase. I take my pants and put the waist side in first, and then let the rest of the pant leg hang over the side. I'm bringing 7 pairs of pants on this trip, but I'm wearing one and packing another as extra in my personal bag, so I only need to pack 5 pairs of pants in my checked bag. Once I have them in, I start putting my rolled shirts and pajamas in. Back to the other side, put your cosmetics, undergarments, and in my case, since I'm going to Iceland and Greenland, a bundled parka, hats, gloves, and a few more cosmetics. On the pants side, you can now flip the pants over the rolled items. This method utilizes the space by the sides of your suitcase more effectively and keeps your pants from getting a fold wrinkle. If you have any items that you don't want to get wrinkled, such as a sport coat or blazer, you should lay it on the top of the flat surface of the pants. As you can see, I still have room. Now here's where you will be tempted to throw in more stuff. Don't do it! Even if you have extra space in your bag, leave it open in case you want to purchase something when traveling. Oh, and I always keep plastic bags in my suitcase, as well as an Apple AirTag. So that's it. Clothing for 5 weeks, and I didn't even have to expand my suitcase. It looks like I've done a good job and feel confident that I didn't overpack. If you are packing for a short trip, check out my video on packing a carry-on only. I have left a link to it in the description. Hopefully this video will help you get organized when packing for any length of trip. As always, if you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. There are now 2 new resources for senior and solo travelers. The Senior Solo Travel website, where all my travel videos are laid out in an easy-to-access format, and the new Facebook forum, where you can interact with other senior and solo travelers. The website has downloadable trip and packing lists that will aid you in getting ready for travel. I have left links to everything mentioned in the description, so check it out. And if you'd like to follow my senior and solo travel journeys, please like and subscribe. Cheers!